Hi guys, another Sifu video coming up. Today I'll talk about how the death counter works. It's quite simple but still pretty interesting. We know that the death counter is represented by that box that contains a skull with a number by its side in the upper left corner of the screen. I'm going to start with how it works. Most people know that. Then I'm going to talk about the thing that most people don't know, that is how to decrease it. So, how does it work? Like this. If you die, the death counter goes up by 1 and you age the amount of years that are on the death counter. For example, you are 30 years old and your death counter is at 3. If you die, the death counter goes up to 4 and you will age, of course, 4 years, making you 34 years old. By the way, the counter always starts at 0 in the beginning of the level. I know it's obvious, but it doesn't hurt to note. Now, the part most of you want to know, how to decrease it. There has been a few theories thrown around in the Sifu Discord, like it goes down after you beat each room, or it goes down if you defeat the mini bosses. While both of these are not entirely correct, there is some truth to them. Well, the basic way of decreasing it or resetting it entirely, you go into one of the shrines in the level, or you beat the chapter bosses. Defeating the chapter bosses will reset your death counter entirely. Even though in the demo you can't lower your death count by going to a shrine, it's probably just on the demo because it was a late October build, so on the full game you probably can. But there is another way of decreasing it. You have to beat these specific enemies. First we have Boot Lady number 1, Thick Boy with hair, Boot Lady number 2, Guy with a black bandana in his hair, the Furious Guy, I say Furious because in his waist it's written Furious, and Boot Lady number 3. There is also the Lionhead Guy with the orange neon shirt in the unlockable path where you have to fight in the dark with everybody wearing neon clothes. I almost miss him, so if you were to have any priorities on which enemies to kill first, I think you should go for these 7. 6 if it's your first run because you won't have access to the Lionhead Guy. It's good to note that the guy with the bandana can go into the frenzy state, but that does not affect anything. Frenzy or not, when you defeat him, your death counter will decrease. There is a cool little detail that you may not have seen yet, but when an enemy is defeated and he lowers your death counter, you can see these white stripes leaving their body. So even if you have no HUD turned on, you'll know when your death counter decreases. Also, it's just a hunch, but I think that these enemies also give a little more health when you kill them. I couldn't compare exactly, so I could be wrong. So, it's not random, as some may think. For this part of the stage, only the 7 enemies will decrease your death count. I have seen at least 6 videos, and all of them have the same enemies decreasing the death counter. And remember, these 7 are just for the first half of the level. Anyways, it was a short video. I just wanted to share how to decrease the death counter. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.